Do you want to get more money and better terms for your business? Well, then you've got to have excellent business credit scores. Look, your business credit scores determine if you're going to be approved or denied financing, how much money you're going to get, and the rates and terms you're going to pay. So if you want to get the most money at the best terms, you have to get good business credit scores. But how do you do that? Well, that's exactly what we're about to decode during this training. During this training, we're going to dive in and decode how business credit scores are calculated, and along the way, I'm going to give you my best tips and tactics to establish and maintain excellent business credit scores. Plus, if you stick around to the end of this training, I'm even going to get you access to our step-by-step business credit building checklist, which gives you everything you need to go from no business credit scores or bad business credit scores to really good business credit scores where lenders and credit issuers can't wait to give you money. Look, we got a lot to cover, so let's dive in. So the first thing to know about business credit scores is they're very different than consumer credit scores. When we think about consumer credit, we typically think about the FICO score. And the problem with the FICO score is there's 5 components to it which make it very complicated, and usually it requires many years of well-disciplined borrowing to get a good score. None of that's true with business credit. Business credit isn't based on factors like how long you've had credit, the mix of credit you've had, inquiries like personal credit is. As a matter of fact, business credit scores are primarily based on one thing and one thing only: how you pay your bills. If you pay your bills on time, you're going to get good business credit scores. Yeah, it's as simple as that. Now, don't get me wrong. Business credit scores, unlike consumer credit scores, typically have upwards of 3, 4, or 5 different scores on one report. That means if you get a report with Dun & Bradstreet to look at your scores, you can see as many 5 business credit scores on there, and they all use different factors to calculate into those scores. Some of them look at public records in the industry and how long you've been in business, but the primary scores, the main scores that are used by lenders and credit issuers, the ones that are used to determine if you should be approved for credit lines and credit cards and loans, are all based on one main factor: how you pay your bills. Unlike consumer credit, where it takes years of well-disciplined borrowing to get good scores, in the business world, you can get good scores right away just by getting accounts that report to the reporting agencies and paying those accounts on time or early. So this is a big difference between consumer and business credit, and one of the reasons business owners love business credit, because it's so easy and quick to establish credit profiles and get really good scores, which open up the door to a lot more credit financing to grow your business. Okay, so now that you know a little bit about business credit scores and how they're calculated, how do you access them? Well, the reality is there's a couple different ways to do it. You can go directly to the business credit reporting agencies, and you can get reports for all different kind of varying costs. Some of them you could just get your score. Some you can get basic reports with 1 or 2 scores. Some of them you can get in-depth reports with upwards of 5 scores. And of course, as you can imagine, the price ranges from anywhere between $20 upwards to $100 or more per report if you go directly to the business credit reporting agencies. So you can go directly to Dun & Bradstreet, you can go directly to Experian, or directly to Equifax. Do a quick search for business credit reports and you'll see the options that they provide. Now, if you want the faster, easier, and cheaper path, well, then all you have to do is go to creditsuite.com/monitoring. If you go to creditsuite.com/monitoring, you can get all 3 reports with Dun & Bradstreet, Equifax, and Experian, the main credit scores with each reporting agency. These are the scores that lenders and credit issuers use most, and you can get all of it for only $24 a month. So typically what I suggest is you go to creditsuite.com/monitoring and get your business credit reports. If you find anything concerning on one of those reports, maybe it's with Dun & Bradstreet, for example, then you might want to go to their site and get the more detailed report. But I don't recommend spending $200, $300, $400 on business credit reports just to see where you are. Go to creditsuite.com/monitoring, get your reports for only $24. That gives you almost everything you'll need to be able to understand your business credit status right now and continue to build business credit. And then again, if there's anything you need to dispute or fix on your business credit reports, you can then get an actual detailed report with each reporting agency on top of the basic report you have as well. And now that you've gotten your business credit reports and scores, how do you actually improve them? Well, as I said, I told you one of the most important aspects you ever need to know about building business credit, which is that your primary scores are based on how you pay your bills. So the key to get good business credit scores is to do 2 things. First, you've got to get accounts that report to the business credit reporting agencies. Look, over 90% of trade vendors that issue you credit don't report the credit to a business credit reporting agency. So we see business owners all the time that have multi-million-dollar businesses and think they have good business credit, but they really have none at all because the credit that they've been issued is not reporting to the reporting agencies. So you've got to get credit with credit issuers that report the credit to the main reporting agencies, Dun & Bradstreet, Equifax, and Experian Commercial. The second thing is you've got to pay your bills on time or early. That's the key to getting good scores. Even if you look at any of the number of 5 different credit scores that each reporting agency provides, the foundation of all of them is payment history. So you've got to get as many accounts as you possibly can to report to the reporting agencies, then you got to pay those accounts on time or early. How early? Well, how early you pay them determines on how high your score may be. So if we look at Dun & Bradstreet, for example, they go from a 0 basically to a 100 score. So an 80 score with Dun & Bradstreet, for example, means you pay your bills on time. So all you have to do to get a decent score, a score that's acceptable for lenders and credit issuers, is pay your bills on time. But if you want to get an even better score, well, you can get an 85, 90, 95, even 100 score, depending on how early on average you pay your bills. So all you have to do to get an exceptional score is pay those bills as soon as you can. Now, you got to be careful. You don't ever want to pay a bill before the item actually ships. So let's say I go to Uline and I buy all kinds of shipping supplies. Well, I have to wait for those to ship before I pay the bill. If I don't do that, it will count as a cash transaction and I'll get no credit on my business credit reports. But as soon as the item ships, I can go onto my account with Uline, pay the bill, and immediately start building a reputation for paying my bills early. Now, it's not this easy all the time. If I go to Quill will let me pay early, but Staples won't let me pay until they actually create or populate my bill. So some won't let you pay as soon as an item ships. You have to wait until the actual statement is populated. But as soon as you can pay the bill, you want to pay the bill. That's the key to getting exceptional business credit scores. So what if you need to build business credit? Maybe you don't have any accounts in your business credit reports. Maybe you only have a few now. Well, the key is that you've got to get as many trade lines on your business credit reports as possible. Now, a trade line is basically just an account that reports on your business credit reports. And what you really want is as many payment experiences you can get. A payment experience is an account that reports on one individual business credit report. So for example, if I get an account with Staples and Staples reports to Dun & Bradstreet, Equifax, and Experian, well, that counts as 3 payment experiences because that account reports on 1, 2, 3 different business credit reports. So the secret to build business credit is to be able to get credit with credit issuers that report to multiple different reporting agencies. This gives you more payment experiences faster and helps you build exceptional business credit profiles and scores where lenders and credit issuers really want to give you money. So some accounts you can start with are Strategic Network Solutions, Uline, Granger. These are great starter vendors because they'll give you credit even when you have none. They'll give you credit limits of $500, even $2,500. They report to the business credit reporting agencies, and they're notoriously very good for helping you get starter vendor accounts to start building business credit. Now, a hack, a shortcut, is that if you have good personal credit or a friend, family member, someone around you does, you can use them as a guarantor or your own personal credit to qualify for a program called Credit Line Hybrid. Now, with Credit Line Hybrid, you can get credit lines of $50, $100, even $150,000 that you can use to grow your business. And a lot of these credit lines report to the business credit reporting agencies. So really, it's a matter of whether or not you want to jumpstart it and you have good credit or someone around you does, well, then you probably want to use Credit Line Hybrid to get the first accounts on your business credit reports. Or the second alternative is to use these starter vendors, including Uline and Granger, who will give you credit when you have none, report to the business credit reporting agencies. Either path will give you the payment experiences you need to start successfully building your business credit. So do you want the shortcut? Do you want the hack to be able to make it happen even faster? Well, then all you have to do is click the link in this description. And when you do so, then you'll actually get access to our business credit building checklist. Now, our business credit building checklist walks you through every step of building business credit, all the way from improving your fundability to getting starter vendor to getting credit with all kinds of retailers, fuel stations, even auto financing, Visa card, MasterCard, cash credit, all without a personal guarantee, all without a personal credit check. So make sure you click that link. And if you got value from this training, make sure you like and subscribe and keep your eye out for our next training where we talk about more cool ways to get the money you need to start and grow your business.